Whoever plays me out is one of those crazy psychopaths, or those weird white guys or Asian guys who, for whatever reason, did what they did. Greenlight them, take their heads off. Babylon's system mistreating me is quite logically, practically, and fairly laid out. I put great effort into the meticulous explanations and presentations that are to be found in my video series. They were poetic, artistic, insightful, intuitive, and quite eloquently put, if I may say so myself. So, obviously they're going to highlight the videos where I act most upset, and millions of people who have seen my videos in the past will know that this is something that gradually happened, and it was because of my political stance and the typical white secret societies, the gangs who were started by white people like the Norteños, Sureños, Aryan Brotherhood, etc., or controlled by old money that comes from white people, cracking down on me. The blacks who sell out to the whites, like when the Crips started snitching, back in LA, this whole large of them, PC'd up and snitched out. There's a lot of dirt out there. There's a lot of enemies, and they come in all shapes and sizes. They seem like they're your brother, they're your homie, but they're really a fed, they're really an informant, they're really a drug dealer on the take, working with secret societies and organized crime. And people think that, oh, this is some storybook, from the Punisher. It's part of what Hollywood does. It takes real life shit and it makes it some kind of cartoon and some kind of joke, when that's how it really goes down. Basically, not exactly. There's no superheroes, but all those guys they're talking about, the Kingpin is based on someone real. The Yakuza is real. Black gangs, Mexican. I mean, you're gonna sit there like, this is all crazy, it's all fantasy, but it's all based on reality. And my life is the real version of it. My video series lays it out clearly. They abused me, Valley Med. They subjected me to psychological, sexual, physical abuse. And just because it wasn't some homosexual bending me over and stabbing me, while raping me up the ass, doesn't mean it wasn't all that stuff. They're making me strip in front of gay guys and feminists. They do all kinds of horrible shit there. And they take pictures. They're a bunch of scum. They make a bunch of people who, quote unquote, have mental disorders, so to speak, sign forms that allow them to use experimental medications, when the medications that aren't experimental are one of the #1 causes of death in teens to this day. They're a bunch of hypocrites. They're a bunch of eugenicists, killers. They politically abuse everything they get their hands on, institutions, law enforcement, psychiatry, you name it. They're a bunch of psychological scum, and that is why they're going to pay. It's not because I'm crazy. It's because they're crazy. Look at history. Look at current events. Look at the state of the world and ask me, is it the guy who's upset about the state of the world who's crazy, or the people who are responsible for it? The old money, the white privilege, and the cowardly middle class that practices white denial daily, and the white trash that try to be proud and emulate the white people above them. Thank you.